little more.
Yeah, on the second one, right?
Yeah, like not so much anxiety.
Okay. Yeah,
Like with
yeah.
the first, you're figuring everything out all at once.
And now this is more of like, whatever, we're good to go, we're set.
Now it's like, here we go again, but with a toddler at the same time.
Yeah. At least she's chill and she's eating quite a bit, which is good.
She's pretty chill. She's sleeping. Well, she's being awake more now.
Yeah, throughout the day. Well, it started today.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that she stays calm and isn't one of those high maintenance babies.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because whenever Drew was in your stomach when you were pregnant with him, he didn't really move around that much. But now he's just
Crazy.
hyper, all that testosterone. And then with her, it was the opposite. She moved a lot, but when she came out, she's super chill and quiet,
Yeah,
which is great.
for now.
Yeah,
Hopefully it keeps going.
yeah, that is true. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. But either way, I'm glad to have you on here finally after I don't know a year of me doing this. So I appreciate you.
It's been a year.
It's been a little bit over a year, or maybe just about a year since I started this podcast, and it took you a while to get you up on here. But again, I'm glad to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
For sure, for sure. We didn't need any alcohol to get you up on here either,
Yeah.
which is great. Um, but so I just want to start this off. Since this is your first time on here, and obviously more than likely there'll be more times you'll be on here. So I kind of just want to make it chill for you today. And I do have this little game. Just like 5 questions. And this game is called What Would You Do?
Okay.
So
And it's about.
it's just random things I just found on the internet that I thought was funny.
Oh, okay.
And I figured it'll loosen you up a little bit. So you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for the first question I have for you, what would you do if you found a bag containing a large amount of cash?
A bag.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Oh man, I didn't really think of it like that. It was just a question. But I guess
Well, I guess it depends, like, where I found it. Like,
okay. How about on the side of the street where we live at on Jollyville, I guess.
a bag of cash.
Yeah. Or maybe you found it on the side of a dumpster. There we go.
Bring it home and think about what we want to do with it.
Okay,
I would get your input, I guess.
so as far as I've known you for, you've been very sweet and very kind, and I thought you would have said turn it into the cops or something like that.
Well, what are they going to do with it?
I don't know, maybe
Well, they're not going to be able to locate who it's for. Whose
maybe
it is.
true. Well, maybe. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's cameras everywhere, like at these stoplights.
Cash is cash. Like, if you lose a laptop or something, that's traceable. We can find the owner. I'm not going to keep it. But cash is not tied to anybody.
Well, obviously, if there's like a large amount of cash, more than likely it was some type of robbery that they have to like put somewhere because maybe I don't know someone's followed them or just kind of stay low for a little bit. So that's why I figure if it's some type of robbery, they could kind of link like, okay, this robbery happened at this store at this time, and then they can kind of figure out like, okay, you found this bag at this location, and then they can figure out the time between you found it and then the robbery and then the cameras on I guess the streets or whatever. But either way, I'm happy with that decision you just made because I wouldn't like tell anybody.
Well, not because I'm like, oh yeah, this is mine now. But like, if you find it, like, in a store, like, you know, like, in a store, like, you find it, 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 like, in a store, like, you find it like I said, it's not traceable. So I'm not going to waste my time. And I'm not going to let that money go to the waste. The police don't need it.
As far as we know, they might put a little bit in their pocket, and yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that's a valid. I like that answer.
Yeah. Thanks.
Good answer. Okay, well, so the second one is, what would you do if you were told that you can only wait? I don't know. I just butchered that. What would you do if you were told that you could never leave the house?
I mean, I don't. I guess I do. If I was told I could never leave the house,
Mm-hmm.
ever,
Ever, yes. I mean, yeah. Let's go
what
with
would I
ever.
do if I was told I could never leave the house? We would have to get a bigger house
Mm-hmm.
before anyone told me that.
Okay, that's good.
Because we live in a 1-bedroom apartment with 2 kids,
Mm-hmm.
and I think if I couldn't leave here, I would lose it.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing some type of mansion, right? That has like 12 rooms in there, a basketball court. I mean, I guess you can't leave the house, so can you even go outside if you had a basketball court, like a tennis court?
Well, those could be indoor, depending on the side of the mansion.
You're right. You're right.
So,
Yeah, and you could, if you have a mansion, you could throw parties all the time. Yeah, and you see people obviously.
yeah, but I couldn't go to Target. Or any store.
That is true. You can bring the store to you, Amazon. I mean, you can shop all day and send it back.
I guess what would you do is assuming that we're suddenly wealthy.
Yeah, yeah. So probably in another life.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, how would you figure out like? So if you do want to go shopping and do things, do you know an alternative you will like put in place? Like, would you have like people go shop for you? Like, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about this. Just bring it to me, and then I'll just try it on. If I don't like it, you can just send it out. Is that you think it's a good?
Well, I mean, I would still shop online like I do already. But I mean, like, it's not like just because I want things. It's like I want to go to the store.
You want to touch and feel
and walk around and
you want to
have
smell
the
it.
experience.
Yeah. Even though, did you say Target's been kind of hot lately?
It's been burning up.
Yeah.
And TJ Maxx was the other day too.
Oh yeah, that is right. I mean, we're getting closer to summertime. They're trying to save some.
I guess we're not turning on their ACs yet.
I guess not.
I was sweaty.
Well, you did a great job. Being sweaty and holding our newborn.
Thanks.
While she was fussing around.
Yep.
So for those who are not watching this on YouTube and y'all just listen to it on, Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we do have Lakey here. So if you hear her crying or making noise, that's the reason why. Kayla's just got done breastfeeding her. So she got hungry the moment we started this. So that's where we're at right now. Okay, well, here's the third question.
Okay.
What would you do if you was granted one wish? What would you wish for?
That everyone that I love will be safe and healthy and die of old age when they're old.
Okay. Is there I guess a number? Is there like is 100, age of 100?
Whenever it feels right.
Whenever it feels like they fulfilled their
Yeah.
their life. Okay.
Like, I feel like people meet that age at different times, but just like safe and healthy until then.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So nothing bad happens to them. They're healthy, no
Yeah.
cancer, no nothing, just old age and
Yeah. No accidents.
okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's something most people wouldn't think about. I didn't think about that at all. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good.
Well, that's most of my anxiety all the time. So
Yeah.
it would be good for everyone to be safe and healthy, but also would take my anxiety away.
Yeah. I remember I got a reality check from your anxiety maybe a month or two in our relationship.
Of what?
Your anxiety is come to some of the things you be thinking about sometimes. I'm like, oh man,
Oh.
I didn't know. Like I didn't. I never really thought like that. Like it's like once every month. I'm like, oh my god, like I don't want it. But I did think about that a lot. Like something bad happening to one of our family members, especially whenever Jude was born.
Uh-huh.
Driving. Even I'll be honest with you. Even with Lakey, it wasn't as much. It wasn't as intense
Yeah.
because I guess we know what to do. But with Jude, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then when I had that Challenger, it was obviously I feel like a badass with that Challenger. But even then, it was like, damn, it's like if I get what is it? Get hit from the side. Is it T-bone? If I got T-bone, like we'd be screwed.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm glad I got that truck for the bigger family. But yeah, I get you, I get you. But I think for me, it kind of calmed down. Um, it's not as intense. I feel like I'm a little bit more control now because like he is older. He can listen more. His body is a little bit more durable in case something do does happen. I guess
Yeah.
And then I've feel like for the most part we both you know put in place the safety in our children
What
to
do you
where
mean?
we be a little bit more relaxed. For one, like the way we have our house baby proofs, like we have our nice vehicles, we have our
It's not as baby proofed as I would like it to be.
true.
And you know that.
No, it could be better for sure, but it's a decent job. I mean, obviously we have to.
I feel like I am baby proof minded.
Yeah, but there's no I in team, so
Well,
yeah. So whatever you think about baby proofing, what you think is best for the kids, I mean, we came up with that conclusion.
no.
Okay, no, okay, that didn't work out too well. But either way, you okay? Yes, you do majority of it. Fine,
Yeah.
whatever. But again, we have, like I said, we have a nice vehicles that's highly rated in safety. Whenever we're driving, you got your 4x4. Something
Yeah.
I don't have in my truck, so I guess your vehicle
It's
is better than mine.
embarrassing.
I know it's really really sad, but yeah, I think we're doing a decent job. It's gonna be more, especially whenever Lakey starts crawling, and I'm pretty sure be a little bit
Yeah, we'll
more.
have to be stricter.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Fine. What I would do if I had one wish, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I could top yours at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just say, again, when it comes to our family, taken care of, maybe not be health reasons, but it'd be more financial reasons. Um, you know how my family is uh, I'm not trying. I guess not trying to get too much into it, but just to make sure they're well taken care of financially. The struggles and don't have to worry about things like finish school. Um, just make their lives a little bit easier. Same thing for yours as well. Your mom, dad, sister. Like your dad could retire immediately, so your
Mm-hmm.
mom never have to work again. So just financially, just better for our families.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something I want. And
Yeah, that's probably my number two.
yeah, but yeah, either way, yours is so much better.
Thanks.
That was good. Okay, so let's see here. So it's question 4. What would you do if you could talk to animals? I guess the question is not what would you do. I think it was kind of a dumb question I saw on Google. If you had the option to choose an animal to talk to, what animal would that be? And that you could understand them like perfect language.
I don't know. What's your answer?
Wolves, baby, wolves.
Oh, of course.
Sheesh.
Of course.
I figured you would have chose cats because as long as
Well, I don't need to talk to a cat. They're boring. They just sleep all day.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm going to talk to an animal, I want to pick an interesting one and one that was going to have an interesting conversation or like meaningful conversation.
So
I'm thinking like a horse. Like, I feel like a horse would have like wise things to say.
I kind of like a horse. I don't know why. That actually sounds really, really good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, I guess I chose like a typical like dude, bro type answer.
Yeah, I know what you did. Because you're like the lone wolf.
Yeah, until I met you. Now you're part of my pack.
I gotta talk to a wolf.
I can't even say Team Edwards because
Yeah.
yeah, it's just weird. Even though like it ends with an S for our last name, but obviously we say Edward reverse to the vampires. I'm not trying to sparkle in the sun.
Wait, how are we talking about vampires?
Because remember, I want to say like Team, like there's Team Wolf and then like Team Jacob. Remember when Twilight was like
Yeah.
super popular and it was like on McDonald's or whatever commercial? Like which one do you choose? Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Yeah.
Our last name is Edwards.
Yeah.
So if I say Team Edwards, you automatically think of a vampire.
That's just so random.
It's not random because
We're talking about teams.
I chose a wolf. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No mind. We'll just leave that alone. But either way, I think a horse is pretty awesome too, especially when I think about a lot of these like Western movies and humans. Those are our main source of transportation. We go into war with them. you know, Traveling, pulling luggage, whatever. And I think horses are pretty nice.
Yeah, but they're also like very sensitive creatures. Like they create bonds with people and with each other, like other horses and animals and stuff. And so that's why I picked that one because like they're used a lot as therapy animals.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just feel like they would have like something good to say.
Yeah.
And not just like, where's my snack? It's time for breakfast.
Yeah, I get you on there. They're huge. Yeah, I've never been on a horse, but obviously you see like the cops on their horses pass by. I'm like, I don't realize how huge they are until they pass by. And I'm like, golly, they're giant.
Yeah.
And I always wonder, like when I watch these movies, like in like I guess the cowboys or whoever run the back with the saddle, I'm like, I wonder if that hurts the horse's back after like hours of traveling. You see like these shows when they're like, oh yeah, we gotta go north to east and traveling for hours. Like if I was a horse, I'm like get the fuck off my back.
I think it would be irritating, but I know they have padding underneath the saddle and stuff.
Well, I know that,
like
but
blankets and padding.
yeah.
I feel like I would get irritated with someone on my back.
Every time I jump, I just feel this pressure or whatever. Like, get off me.
But I think that, like, the human weight is like a fraction compared to a horse.
Yeah.
It's like having Jude on your back, but like lighter and smaller than Jude. Like, it wouldn't really bother you that much. Unless they're fat.
Yeah. Yeah, again, like, you talk about like one individual person, and then once you start adding on the saddle that goes into it, like it goes on both sides, like, or it goes over the horse on the back, and they put like all their water, their food that they're carrying over. I'm just thinking about like the old like West movies and like stuff like that. I'm not talking about like today of like their.
Well, I can't speak for those horses.
Yeah. I guess I just figured like just get off my back. Like I don't like having this every time I gallop. You just hear something just hitting me.
Mhm.
But I got you. A horse is nice. That's good. All right. So here's the last question, or maybe the second last question.
Okay.
If you only had one book that existed, what book would that be?
I guess I should pick.
Let's start with a T.
What starts with a T?
Next letter W.
Two.
Twilight.
Oh.
Because you're big on Twilight. You got the whole trilogy. And how many times have you watched that thing? You got a whole Blu-ray player just to watch that.
That is true.
Yeah.
No, I would not pick that book.
Okay.
If we're talking movies, that's the movie I would pick.
Mm-hmm.
Not, well, I don't know. Can I just pick the whole collection of movies? I don't want to pick one. Because
No.
you have to have the whole story.
Wait. We're not talking about movies, though.
I know. Okay, back to books. I think I was going to say something like an atlas or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like something that can tell me things I need to know and have a purpose, I guess,
Atlas.
in case I need it. And I don't know if an atlas is the right thing.
I mean, you got me. I don't know what an atlas even is. I'll probably look it up after we're done with this podcast and figure that out. But yeah, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure an atlas is like
the world, understanding the world or something.
It's like a big list of like things and what they are and how they work. Like I think I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's like you can have like I think they separate it like atlas, and there's a collection of them, and with A there's like okay, so Alaska is this place, blah blah blah, and then you also have apples is this fruit.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, I guess if you're going the route of the world just extinct or something like that, or like some millions of people just disappear and like all the scientists were gone and we didn't know anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like then I'll probably choose a book like that.
I feel like if you're gonna pick a book, it has to be one that's useful. Like, if you want to say, like, I have to pick a book that is just like an enjoyable story that I would want to read again, I would pick something else.
Okay. For me, I don't really. I mean, I'll be honest with you. A lot of these things, can I put you on the spot?
Yeah.
These are just random questions that you had no idea I was going to ask you, and I feel like you've done a great job of, coming up with something.
Thanks.
I'm basic. We all know this. Simple-minded, and I would have said something like, I don't know, a thriller book that I read, 7 years ago.
Yeah, I think too deeply.
Yeah.
Too much into stuff.
Yeah. Glad I have you as a partner. To be able to do that on a daily basis.
Thanks.
Yeah, I got you.
And sometimes I lean on you to just wing it.
I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quick reactor and just follow the flow, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the flow.
And sometimes it drives me crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to appointments and stuff like that, and requesting days off for your days, and yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Schoolwork. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm better at that.
Anything that requires structure.
Yeah. I'm horrible at that. I got you. Well, I mean, you did a great job.
Thanks.
For your first podcast. You did really good. I'm glad it wasn't as bad as you thought, right? Like you just wrote off top of your head.
It's a little. It's not as comfortable as I thought it would be.
That's comfortable?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I mean, because you don't have your drink next to you. It's late at night. It is 11:30.
Yeah, I just mean like I still feel a little awkward.
I got you. We need some alcohol in that system.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then who knows? We could do this again if you want. We could have your friends or your sisters. You could team up about something random and can go from there. Kind of
Yeah,
do that.
maybe like I just feel like sometimes it takes me a while to think of what I want to say and it's just like silent. So maybe like if there was a group of people, it would be more people talking and not as like,
Just yeah.
you know?
No, I got you. I mean, I do it all the time whenever I do the podcast by myself. That's the whole point of editing. I was gonna tell you, like, you just take as much time as you want. I'm just gonna edit all that.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I was trying to think so fast.
No, I was gonna, tell you, but like we was already recording and we was already halfway through, and like I don't want to put it in the middle of you thinking. I'm like, oh man, that's a word, edit out.
Yeah.
But put it at the end for the future. Yes, take as long as you need.
Okay.
And then on a unrelated note, this is something you brought up yesterday or day for yesterday, 2 days ago. For all the moms out there, I'm not for sure if you agree. Probably do. But why do you hate the difference between our son calling you mom and then mama? Like, why does that bother you so much?
Because I feel like mama is so endearing and like mom is just like I don't know, it's just like dry.
Uh huh.
Like
Like he's already a teenager already, and you're already getting on his last nerve.
yeah.
No.
Like I feel like mama is like I want your attention. I want you to see what I'm doing. I love you so much. And I feel like mom is like lady.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. You
I
know?
got you. I got you. For me, it doesn't bother me either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like dad or daddy, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah. It might be a mom thing.
I think so. As long as you recognize me as your dad, it's all that freaking matters to me. And respect me. Where's that?
I just want him to call me mama forever.
I can't wait for the day he gets mad at you and call you Kayla? Michelle?
No.
Oh man, if he calls me by my first name, I don't know what I would do.
I call my mom by her first
I
name.
know you do. I feel like it's like the weirdest thing ever.
That's what she gets.
I know your sister calls, your mom by her first name too.
That's what she gets, and she knows that.
But you don't call your dad by his first name, right?
No.
Interesting.
His scarier.
I got you. And would your mom always okay with that?
She doesn't care.
She doesn't hear.
She doesn't care.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said that weird.
Okay.
She doesn't care about that.
Okay, well that's cool. I mean, I guess if she doesn't care, it doesn't really matter.
I think I would care if Jude called me that, but in like it hurt my feelings kind of way.
Yeah.
Not in like a hey, you better watch your tone when you talk to me, because I'm not usually like that. But in a way of like, I'm your mama.
Okay, I got you.
Don't call me Kayla.
That's fair. So, those who are watching on YouTube, those who can relate to Kayla, whether or not they're okay with mom or mama, or your child calling you by your first name, let us know what you think about it in the comments. Like, let me know. 'Cause obviously, I don't want you calling me, or like he calling me by my first name, but calling me dad or daddy doesn't bother me whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But if it bothers y'all, let us know. If it doesn't, let us know as well in the comments. And yeah, again, thank you for joining me this late night.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, well, anytime. Well, that ends it. We're good.
Okay.
Peace.
Love you.
Love you too, babe.